the past couple years, I've done a bunch of different sneaker wear tests where I basically take a pair of shoes and I put it to the test in Minnesota elements for 30 days straight. And most recently, I did this Jordan 1 High Wings pack, which is a $1,500 Jordan 1 that I wore for 30 days straight. They got absolutely beat up. There was mud covered them all over the place. It was a crazy, crazy wear test that I never thought I would do. And then at the end, I sent them to my good friends Reshuvinator to get them all cleaned up with their full white glove cleaning service, and they turned out spick and span. And they loved how the last one went, so they wanted to challenge me with this next one in kind of a different format than I've done before. Now, before we get to that format, let's take a peek at the pair we're doing the wear test on. This is the Jordan 4 RM, which is the new Jordan 4 model. It's a remake done by Nigel Sylvester. Now, there's two different RM models. There's the GR pairs, the general release pairs, or the Nigel Sylvester Grandma's Driveway, and that's exactly what this is. Now, this is a special box. You get bike air on the top, and then you get that gravel looking bottom part, which is supposed to resemble the driveway that he grew up learning how to bike in. Opening it up here, we get some cool little stickers, some bike air stickers. I think I'm gonna have to toss these on my water bottle, especially while we're doing the wear test. Some cool custom box paper. It's got a graphic of him when he was a kid. And boom, the beautiful green pair of the Jordan 4 RM Nigel Sylvesters. Now, with this being a completely new model, I figured it would make for a good wear test because nobody really knows how these wear in yet. Yes, Jordan 1s have been around for 40 years. Jordan 4s have been around for 35 years. Like, we know what those look like when they're super beat up, but this is a new model. Yes, it has a Jordan 4 outsole, which I've seen the wear and tear on before, but the upper is completely new and redesigned. So just taking a peek at it, get this really premium green suede upper that feels super, super nice in hand. I mean, the toe box is so buttery feeling. On the back heel, typically you get a regular Jordan 4 heel tab, but this has that cut down version. And the reason they did that is because when you're BMX riding like he does, it digs into your heel, and he didn't want to have that. So it's just kind of a little nub there. And you get bike air with the little Jordan emblem there, which I like. Another new aspect here is that rubber piece throughout the entire upper. You can see it wraps around the heel and goes to the inside. Usually you'd have the side flaps, but they turn those into mini flaps so that they're not digging into your foot at all, and they're not getting in the way when you're bike riding. Now, the new thing that they did with these that I absolutely love is they cut that tongue down. You can see it says Bike Air by Jordan, but it is completely level with the back heel, where you can see that tongue pops up all the way past the sock liner. Now, midsole, same as the Jordan 4, you get that air bubble and a regular insole with Bike Air. I did pop the white laces in because I figured they would add a little pop while we're doing this. The little mini Nike swoosh near the toe box. And the outsole is black and red, which that red absolutely pops. Now, the new aspect to this wear test that I've never done before, and I don't think Reshuvinator's ever done before, they supplied me this pair. Every other wear test in the past has been my own pair. I'll get them all dirty, I'll send them off to Reshuvinator, they get all cleaned up, and then I get them back and they sit in my collection. But this one's done a little bit differently. Now, they really wanted to test their cleaning service, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. This has a bunch of premium materials, and they supplied this pair to me, and they gave me strict instructions to absolutely beat them up as much as possible. Now, during this wear test, I've tasked myself to find 4 different elements with these shoes and to put them to the test. So first of all, sand. I feel like if I get these all dusty and dirty, this upper material is gonna absolutely get torched. And so I think sand would be a light color. It's gonna kind of cake the entire upper. I think it would be a really good test for these. Next, I wanna find rocks. Now, I plan to go on a hike, kind of get these in the hills, get that outsole a little dirty. Jordan 4 outsoles are really durable, so I kind of wanna push the limits a little bit. Number 3, I wanna find some grass. The midsole would stain, and I really wanna see how that upper holds up because it is such a delicate material. If you remember my last wear test, right at the end of it, I took my e-bike out after it just got done raining and it was all muddy out, and I found a ton of dirt and the entire shoe got caked in it. At the end of this wear test, I definitely want to challenge myself with finding some dirt, getting them all dirty, because I feel like that's just how you top it off. So there you have it. Let's just dive right into this.
Probably none of these.
All right, so we're on a 5-day update. So besides sneaker content, I have a full-time job doing content for a company called Power Lodge, which we sell ATVs, pontoons, anything fun, basically. And we had an event, Heydays, Minnesota. It's one of the biggest snowmobile events before the winter arrives. And with that being said, I remember going last year and it was super dusty, so we hit the dust. Honestly, not a ton. I mean, the midsole is super dirty. You can see the outside is as well. That clear air bubble is getting a little bit harder to see. And initially, they were super, super dusty, and it seems like the dust has kind of settled into the creases and the different parts, like right next to the threads and stuff like that. Outsole, obviously really dirty. Laces are getting a little bit of a dirt tint. The only other wear and tear that I've seen so far, we don't really have any heel drag or star loss yet. Outsole really dirty on this left pair, but you can see the left pair has a lot of toe box creasing. Now, it is a really delicate suede, so this is kind of expected, but it's a lot more than the right pair, which is kind of interesting. It always is a different shoe that gets creased up during these wear tests. I remember the Year 4s, it was the right shoe got really creased because I was driving a lot. So this one, I guess we're going with the left shoe. It's getting more creased, so stay tuned.
What is your assessment of Redfall show run so far? What do you think?
All right, it is currently day 14 of the 30-day wear test on these pretty cooked now Nigel Jordan 4s. So I just got done with Heydays a couple of days ago. They got dusty. They kind of cleaned up pretty good, which just naturally from wind and stuff, the dust kind of settled and got away from the shoe. But I was just leaving work here and they got all dusty again, which actually kind of looks pretty cool. It adds a little tan tint to the green. Overall, I'm absolutely loving this model. It's basically a Jordan 4, but more comfortable because it is a low top. You're not getting that tongue digging into your foot or even that back heel tab. So I'm loving them. I wish I would have done the green laces. I feel like this is almost too much of a pop, and the all green would have looked pretty clean, but we're already here now, so maybe when I get my fresh pair I'll put those in. But toe box, the creasing actually has gone away quite a bit. I mean, there's definitely some creasing points you can see on the inside, the outside, and on the inside midsole you can see some creasing as well. But overall, they're just pretty dusty right now. We still got to hit a couple more elements here before the wear test is done, but this is almost a halfway point. I'm a big fan of these. The left shoe is definitely creasing a lot more, which I don't really know why, but it just is. I think it's just how the shoes make. I think it's just how material settles on different toe boxes. It just creases more. So left one's definitely creasing more, but yeah, I mean, I'm loving this model. We have a little bit of star loss, not a ton so far, and not really any heel drag at all. But overall, I'm just loving the model. I think it looks pretty good when it's beaten up. I think that's kind of the point. It's a BMX, basically Jordan 4. So I'm loving them. I'm excited to do some more beating up on them, and we got some cool stuff going. So let's get to it.
Fat King from Jazz, West Montgomery, Cal Jada.
All right, so today is the final day of the wear test, and I feel like we got some work to do. Plenty of creasing, plenty of everything. There's some star loss. There's a lot of dirt built in over the last 30 days. But Rejuvenator wanted me to challenge them, so we need to do one final goodbye to these or one final destruction. I'm gonna go take my e-bike out, and we're gonna get them pretty dirty, so let's go do that. So obviously the goal of this was to get them as muddy as possible, just like last time. Well, it hasn't rained here in 2 weeks. So I've been kind of trying to figure out what to do. Well, it just took a little bit of riding around. We found the lake, we found some mud. So I think it's only right that we step in some mud. It's not gonna be as organic as last time, but we're still gonna get them nice and muddy. Just ruining that nice material. Look at that stuff. I mean, come on. All right, we just got back. Let's take a peek at the damage because there is quite a bit. I did not find any mud. I kind of found a little mud. I found some charcoaled wood, which was pretty good. I found a lot of dirt, lots of dirt. They are stained thoroughly now. There is some tire marks. There's some charcoaled wood on them. I mean, I think that they are pretty cooked. I'm excited to see them get all cleaned up. But yeah, I mean, they are super dirty. I even left a little dirt in there for when they clean them. Laces completely stained through. I mean, look at this. They're cooked. They're officially cooked. It's over. So that's a recap on the wear test. There's a little charcoal wood there for you on the laces. I was just talking about this on the podcast. I love them. They feel like a Jordan 4 just cut down. Exactly the same feeling otherwise. They're more comfortable in my opinion just because they're less bulky. You can slip your foot into them, no problem, because there's no back heel tab and the tongue is a lot shorter. So they're great slip-ins. They're a great daily shoe. They're green and they kind of go with everything. So I already bought the gray pair because I know I'm going to be rocking them a ton. So I'm pretty hyped about them. I'm not going to lie. I'm really excited about them. So just shows you how dirty it is. Look at that dust. I mean, come on. This is... I'm excited to see them clean them up. About 2 weeks ago, I sent these destroyed Jordan 4 RMs to Reshoevnator for Vic Almighty to clean up. Wow, they just posted the video of him cleaning them, so let's react to it. All right, so it looks like they're cleaning 2 pairs in this video.
Straight up beat these up. I sometimes hate the guy because he only wears his shoes. On this pair, there's paint cracking. Told the guy to wear them, not beat them up, but that's okay.
So maybe I went a little overboard, but I had to test the professional out. Now with these being such delicate suede materials, I'm really curious to see how it turns out. Because myself, I don't even know how I would clean them. So it looks like they're using their brand new OxiClean foam cleaner, which is going to be interesting to see how it works out. So this is a step I would never even do myself, get an air compressor and blow all the dirt off. Okay, so the shoes are already looking pretty clean just with the air compressor. Now it looks like he's doing a dry brush just to get extra dirt off. That foam cleaner is nice, especially on the outsoles. It looks like they clean up super easy. Looks like you even got the insoles and the laces pretty cleaned up. Overall, to get that suede back to that crispy state is pretty impressive because I really tried my best to dog these. And since I did destroy those just for the video purpose, they actually gifted me with a brand new pair of Nigel Bike Air Jordan 4 RMs. Oh, look at how good it is to see a fresh pair once again. And to wrap it up, my favorite part of the series, we're going to be giving away one of these white glove cleaning services to you if you're in the lower 48 states. All you got to do is comment below what shoe you're going to get cleaned up, and within a few days, we're going to pick a winner.